Hey guys, I'm Roger Herring. I am the Investor's Accountant, and welcome to this segment of Ask Roger. You know, I'm always excited to talk about real estate professional status, and I got a question the other day from a new prospect, and they said, I know I'm a real estate pro, but how do I prove it to the IRS? First, let's talk about what a real estate professional actually is. This is a designation, and it's only beneficial to landlords. So if you don't have rental property, don't worry about it for now. What is a real estate pro? Okay, there's 3 levels of landlord according to the IRS. The passive guy that just sits back and collects money. The active participant that gets out and swing a hammer. And then the professional that is highly involved in real estate. Now, the way the law is written, anybody and their brother can take up to $25,000 of passive loss from rental real estate. And this loss is what we call a phantom loss. Phantom loss means we have positive cash flow, but on the tax return, because of depreciation, it shows a loss. And what we would like to do is take that loss and deduct it against our other income. So the IRS says up to $25,000 if you actively participate, until you hit $100,000 in adjusted gross income on your 1040. So that's combined spouses if you're married. $100,000 you go into phase out. For every dollar over 100 grand, you lose 50 cents of your deduction. So at 150,000, all of your deductions carry forward and can only be applied against other passive income. Enter the real estate pro. Real estate pro, there are 2 requirements that people talk about a lot, but there's actually 3 requirements. Let's talk about it. The first requirement, this one is easy. The number is 750. That's how many hours you have to spend in real estate in an owner's capacity. Now that can be as a landlord, as a flipper, as a wholesaler, as a property manager, as an agent. As long as you are in an owner's capacity, the time counts. Now, part 2. I'll call it plus 1/2. More than half of your for-profit time must be spent in an owner's capacity in real estate. So, if you have a separate W-2 job that you work 2,080 hours a year, which is a standard 40-hour week, you have to have 2,081 hours in real estate in order to qualify. That's where most people stop, but there's actually a third requirement. That number is 500. 500 of these 750 hours have to be spent in rental property. This is how you prove material participation. This is key. So now that we understand what a real estate pro is and how you get there, how do you document it? Well, you're going to get yourself a log. And I recommend this be a handwritten log because it's harder to challenge a handwritten log than it is something online. I know everybody does it. That's just the way it is. Okay? So, what do? You're going to count all of the time that you spend in real estate, and especially the time that you spend on your rental properties. What kind of time counts? Talking to me about your finances, about your books. Talking to contractors, interviewing potential tenants. Going out and visiting a property to check on construction. Going out and physically looking at properties that you plan to make an offer on. How about things like going to networking? Sorry, does not count. How about going to an educational seminar? No, that does not count. How about just meeting with my realtor? Yes, that would count. So, these are the type of things. What I recommend is you write down every single thing that you do and let someone like me redline it and take off the things that don't count. Because if you're audited, the first thing the IRS is going to want to do is see your log. Okay? Now, if you also have a W-2 job, but you think you might be able to qualify as a real estate pro, then you better track the time that you spend in both your W-2 job and the time you spend in real estate. Remember, a minimum of 750 hours, more than half your for-profit time, and 500 of that 750 hours must be spent on your rentals. All right, I appreciate the questions that you guys send in. If you have something that you would like me to discuss in an Ask Roger segment, You can shoot us an email to info@investorsaccounting.com or put a comment right down below. Be sure to click like on the video and follow us here on our YouTube channel. That way you won't miss any of our updates. Until the next time, gang, Roger out.